You're looking live at the Richfield Ice Center for Bantam B1 breakfast, featuring the CCHA Gold Stormhawks wearing their road blues with gold trim, taking on the visitors, or no, the home team from Rosemount in this opening game of the Bloomington Winter Classic. CCHA entering the game with a 4-2-2 record. This is their first tournament of the year. First of 4, I believe. And Rosemount, owner of a, at least according to their website, 4-4-0 record. This will be the first game of the year that the Stormhawks will have a complete roster as Michael Azanoff returns from injury, a lower body injury, and everybody else is on the ice today. None of the players were forced to go to school this morning. Officials blow the whistle saying, let's get this party started. It will be Nathan Brandt in net for the Stormhawks, as always. And Rosemount has a couple of goaltenders. One taller one shorter one. We'll see who gets the nod today. This is the first of 2 games for CCHA today. They play at 6:15 this evening against Osseo Maple Grove White. That promises to be a stiff challenge for the Stormhawks. I think that team may be undefeated on the year. Final instructions coming from coaches Chad Lindell and Eric Hrotmaka. And we get the smaller of the 2 netminders for Rosemount to start today. Some lineup changes for CCHA, and one notable one, Holden Palmquist will be playing forward for the first time this season. He's going to start on the Kieran Kurt line. It'll be Kurt at center, Hrotmaka at left, and Palmquist at right. And then Waisanen and Johnson are your defensemen. Face-off eventually controlled by Rosemount, tipped in high, now gloved down by Waisanen, knocked and grabbed by Palmquist, and then turned right back over. Now turned back over to Kurt. He skates down the right side, flips it in deep. Now it's ringed around the boards, kept in by Waisanen right in front. Tipped away. Here's Hrotmaka tried to knock a shot in. Bouncing puck, wasn't able to get it on net. Now it goes to the far corner. Rosemount looking to break out. Long breakout pass, connects, and they're across the red line, bothered by Kurt, and into the zone. Brandt leaves it for Waisanen. Up the wall to Palmquist. Palmquist touches it across, comes across to Johnson. He's bothered from behind, but able to get it out. Now it's Brandt behind his net. Leaves it for Waisanen. Taken off of his stick, thrown in front, and that's broken up. It's Olson to skate up. He'll flip it off the wall, almost into the Rosemount bench. And that's Hokanen. Kept in. Oh, they say it came out. I thought he kept that puck in. Apparently not. So Josh Lund playing defense for his first time this season. Taking the spot vacated by Holden Palmquist, now playing forward. Here's Hokanen. Now Girding tries to keep it in, and Rosemount will skate out. Into the zone. Shot fanned on, comes on to Brandt, then the rebound is pushed against Brandt. Rosemount with it, throws it in front off of Brandt's stick, and now it's pushed up for Hokanen to skate out. Hokanen down the left side, cuts to the middle, taken off of his stick, and eventually picked up by Olson. He tried to get it deep and kind of fanned it on himself. Now Lindell. Touch to Girding, leaves it for Spalding. Spalding into the zone. try to backhand it in front for Hokkinen, and that's broken up. Now it's Asanoff to hold off the wall, but not deep. And they'll have to regroup at center ice. Spalding. He's forechecking. Nice escape move there by Rosemount to get out, but that's turned over to Asanoff. Asanoff gives it back to Tyler, who gives it up to Perry. His long shot going over the net, but gloved by the goaltender. 12:39 to go in the opening period. 0-0 is your score. Spalding, Asanoff, and Perry the line here with Bigglebach and Tyler. Face-off controlled by Rosemount. And then off the wall and into the netting, and we'll have another face-off, this time on the left side. This face-off one, back to Bigglebach. Bigglebach throws it in deep, bothered by Asanoff. Rosemount grouping in their zone off the end wall. It was an interesting play. Asanoff tried to throw it in front. That stopped. And Spalding digs away, getting help now from Asanoff. And Rosemount will win that battle. We'll flip it down. All the way down, and icing is the call. Here's that Hrotmaka and Palmquist line. That line accounting for 11 of the team's goals this season. Kurt with 3, Hrotmaka with 3, and Palmquist with 5. There's a shot that from Waisanen that goes off of Kurt's knee, and Rosemount will pick up the loose puck and skate down. They'll dump it in. It'll be Johnson first on it. His pass is broken up for a moment. He still battles with 2 members of the Irish, and that's picked up by Kurt. Kurt up to Hrotmaka. Hrotmaka just tips it out to center ice. Intercepted by Hrotmaka. Gives to Palmquist out in front for Hrotmaka. That's stopped. Palmquist battling in the corner. Push it up the half wall. That's intercepted by Rosemount. But then Kurt breaks up a breakout. Hrotmaka will flip it in and go for a change. 2 of the 3 forwards, or 4 of the 5 on the ice go for a change. There's a turnover. Girding shoots, save, rebound comes to Girding, right on. And now the puck goes behind the net, and the net is off. Like we're playing at Victoria Ice Arena. That net came off relatively easily. That was a great scoring chance there for Aiden Girding, bidding for his first goal of the season. Dylon Olson to take the face-off. He wins that one, back to Lund. Lund will throw it in the corner as he was getting bothered. Hokkinen goes on the forecheck. Now Olson to Lund. Lund, long shot, hits the Irish lettering on the goaltender's jersey, and he doesn't allow a rebound. That's what happens when you win a face-off right there. That's shows the value of one face-off, says you typically at least get control, maybe a scoring chance off of it. Good forechecking pressure, keeps the puck in the zone. Here's Lindell, will dump it down. It'll be Hokkinen, gives to Olson. Olson rims it for Lindell. Lindell will backhand it deep and allow the forecheck to go to work still. Now it's rung around the other side, and Rosemount will skate out. Down the left side, cuts to the middle, sticked away by Lindell, stays with it, and picked up by Hokkinen. Hokkinen gets out to safety, and then it's dumped in, and offsides is the call. 10:23 to go in the opening period, still 0-0. Just one scoring chance in that game, that coming off the stick of Aiden Girding. Off a pretty bad turnover from the Irish in their own zone. Controlled off the faceoff by the Stormhawk, kicked down by Asanoff. Asanoff into the zone, has Perry to his left. Asanoff shoots, saved out the glove. And now it's Rosemount will skate out. Cross ice pass, connects, and into the Stormhawk zone it comes. Tyler stands his ground nicely. Now it's loose puck comes to the slot, handed out to Asanoff. And And it comes off his stick, and Rosemount will regroup in their own zone. A couple nice passes, then turned over, but then it was Perry not able to control there. Tyler has some ice. He got his head up nicely there, and then it just slid off his stick. Here's Perry. No, Palmquist into the zone. Palmquist, look around a couple. He shoots off the crossbar. Great shot by Holden Palmquist. Nice hold of the zone by Kurt. Kurt flips it, not deep enough, but it's picked up by Hrotmaka. 2-on-1. Hrotmaka across the Palmquist. One-timer off the goaltender's shoulder. Good chances coming in this forecheck. Palmquist forecheck off his skate. Rosemount. Oh, they're going to take both, one from each. Kurt and number 23 in goal, they're going to go. I didn't see a signal. I think they were battling in the corner there. I saw Rosemount was going to go for slashing. They're both getting a slashing call. So 5-on-5 they'll skate with 9:10 to go in the opening period. Face off won by Rosemount back into their own zone. Puck comes out to center ice. Rosemount will skate down. Pass a little too far for the attacker, but they do get it deep. They go to work down low, bothered by Johnson. Battling down in the corner, now thrown to the far side, then to the slot, and that pass is broken up, not out. Waisanen tried to get it out of the zone. That's broken up. Now it's Olson will ring it around for Hrotmaka. Hrotmaka eventually gets it out. There it is at center ice for Palmquist. Now the lines are a little jumbled up with Kurt in the box. Here's Palmquist. Palmquist with two good scoring chances earlier. In front to, who is that? That's Olson. He tipped it on net, and then they get the whistle. Palmquist showing so far that the move from defense to forward has started to pay off with some good scoring chances for Chaska Chanhassen. This line remains intact with Spalding, Girding, and Hokanen. Good pressure there by the Stormhawks, almost creating a turnover. Now they get it in the zone. Just a nice play by Hokanen to get it deep. Hokanen chases, took the wrong angle there and checked himself into the boards basically. And Rosemount will skate out. Down the left side, Waisanen fronting him, pass in front, broken up. Oh, then a kind of quick turnaround shot, almost gets on. Goes to the corner, now it's ringed around for Spalding to pick it up and give to Hokanen. Hokanen's gonna go 1-on-2. Long shot off the glove, rebound almost came to Hokanen. Instead it's picked up by the Rosemount defenseman. They make a couple of passes and they're out. Broken up by Azanoff. Now Lindell tips it out. They're at the red line. And it's dumped in off of Brandt's stick. Lindell escapes and almost got taken down. Nice play there to get it to Azanoff, who touches to Olson. They skate in 2-on-2. Olson with Perry. Olson cuts in. Backhand shot, scores! Nice power move by Dylon Olson. Gets Chaska Chanhassen on the board. Dylon Olson with his team leading 6th of the season. Gets Chaska Chanhassen on the board with 7:07 to go in the opening period. That was a nice play there. He's actually missed it. I think both practices the team had this week with an illness, so he was well rested, and that showed as he took the puck in hard to the net. Nice play there by number 19 in blue. Here's Palmquist, gives to Lund, to Hrotmaka, and Olson lost it in his skates. Now Lindell in the neutral zone, stick handles and hoists it in deep. And the forecheck a little slow in getting going there, and that allows the Irish to break out. Pass broken up. Now it's Olson, your goal scorer, tipped in by Hrotmaka. Olson looked to shoot, and that is stopped. Now it's Palmquist. Palmquist, I think he was trying to feed it in front, and that's off a skate. Here's Olson. He'll chase to the near corner. Try to get it back around to Palmquist. Now it's thrown to Hrotmaka. Hrotmaka throws it down deep. eventually fluttered on net, and then it's picked up by the goaltender. Shots on goal right now, 10-1 in favor of Chaska Chanhassen. Scoring chances 3-1. I suppose there's probably one there for Rosemount. Here's Bigglebach, flips it ahead. Spalding will chase, and it's kept in by the Stormhawks. That's Girding will battle along the half wall. That's out to the blue line, bothered by Hokanen. Rosemount will get the red line and look to go on the attack. Nice job of Bigglebach to stand his ground, not allowing them to get to the top of the circle. Try to flip it out, and Girding, nope, Rosemount able to keep it in. Now Bigglebach in his own zone. Up to Hokanen. Hokanen's bothered at the blue line, but he's able to get it out. And that was Girding, had it just slide off his stick, and then he lost a tire and fell down. Up the wall, and Rosemount will take it up the left side. Pass to the front, the middle, and that is off a skate, but they regather, come in, long shot, tipped and goes into the far corner. Here's Spalding behind his net, kind of handcuffed with that as it was in his skates. Nice job of support there by Tyler. Tyler up to Girding, and then Girding gets it through neutral ice. Tyler will be a forechecking defenseman here. It's fed all the way down. They say no icing. I think that should have been icing. I don't think anybody touched it, but they say somebody tipped it. Johnson avoids a check. Kurt comes in, throws a hard check. There's a puck up to the point. Slap shot, blockered away by Brent. He saw that coming all the way in. Off the wall and not out. The puck comes to the slot. Rosemount with their best pressure of the game. Here's Azanoff, tried to leave it for Kurt. Didn't quite get it far enough to him. Now it's thrown to the front of the net and slides across. It will be Perry on it. Perry will tip it in. Come on net. Goaltender paddles it away. And Rosemount will skate up and turn it over, but off of Olson's stick, and that allows Rosemount to get it deep and get nearly a full change. Turnover by Waisanen almost results in a scoring chance. Here's Azanoff. Azanoff will flip it high, but not far enough for Palmquist. Lines are all screwed up right now in the late going of the first quarter, thanks to the penalty on number 7. Icing waived. Hrotmaka, good effort there, waved that icing. Here's Olson. Olson tried to get it in front. Hrotmaka shoots, scores! Hrotmaka just picked up the loose puck in the low slot and deposited in the top shelf. That'll be Hrotmaka from Olson. 2-0 Chaska Chanhassen leads with 3:25 to go. Number 3 from 19.
Way to go, Shree!
Some discussion going on with the Rosemount coach and the officials, and something that happened in the Chaska Chanhassen zone that he wasn't happy about. I don't know what that was. Here's Johnson behind his net. Leaves for Waisanen. Waisanen, his pass is stopped at the blue line. And now it's Olson. Olson's got a little time. He'll just flip it up for Palmquist to chase down. Olson with it, and it's tipped into the Stormhawk zone. 3:02 to go in the opening period, and it's too early for hockey. My voice is already struggling. I may have to send my statistician to go get me some water in the intermission. Hokanen looking to create a turnover. Instead, it's Rosemount with it. They'll skate in. Bothered by Girding, perhaps, or Tyler. And Spalding will come out with it. Off a shin guard, comes to Lindell. He'll flip it across the red line. Almost intercepts a pass there. Now it's at the red line again, tipped by Girding. And Hokanen will pick up. Hokanen 2-on-1 with Spalding. Crosses Spalding. Oh, and it was just deflected a little bit. Didn't allow Spalding to get his shot off. Now it's thrown deep for Spalding. They battle in the corner. Spalding pinned to the wall, looking for some help, getting it from Hokanen a little late, and that allowed Rosemount to pass it off the wall and eventually out. Flipped in deep off the end wall, comes off to the side of Brandt, and he's just going to freeze it and get a whistle as Stormhawks were looking to partially change there, and now they'll go for, at least the forwards will get a change. So the line right now is Kurt, Azanoff, and Perry, as Olson has taken Kurt's spot as a center. Here is Perry creating a turnover with a block shot. Perry out to Azanoff, back to Perry. His shot goes well over the net, didn't really get much on, just kind of flipped it. Kurt with it now, protecting, feeds it off the end wall down to the far corner for Azanoff to chase. Azanoff leaves it for Perry. Perry up to Lund, long shot and blocked by Perry. Turnaround shots going over the net. Azanoff tried to give it to Lund. He does eventually, but that was intercepted by Rosemount. Now all the way down in the Stormhawk zone, it'll be Perry. Perry up the wall. Long bouncing shot was going to go wide. It's Lund on it first. A lot of puck watching right now on this line. This could result in a scoring chance for Rosemount. Here it comes. Kurt with it. He's going to throw it off the glass, almost into his bench. Terrified his coaches. Down the ice it goes. Lindell chasing, trying to break up icing there. And instead it comes all the way back. Stand by. Okay, I'm back on. Give me your phone. Give it to me. All right, some technical difficulties there. I think it's because of the cheap gimbal I purchased that may have been messing with the broadcast, with the connectivity perhaps. I don't know. Could be Streamlabs. Who knows? Anyway, we're back on. It's Hokanen in front to Olson off the side of the net. Olson tried to get up to the point. It's going to split both defensemen. Johnson will chase. Ooh, Johnson skated away from Brandt there. And now it's Hokanen with it in the corner. We'll give it back to Waisanen. Waisanen tried to get it up the wall. He fanned on that pass. Now they'll go back and forth to the other corner. Back to Hokanen, back to Johnson. Johnson in, tried to get up to Hokanen, and the forecheck now is gone to work. Now it's Rosemount with it, up the wall. Hokanen chases, not able to get it out. Long shot blocked by Olson. He whacks at it, doesn't get it out. Long shot misses the net. And kept in by Rosemount. Waisanen behind the net. Long shot, bouncing puck, tipped almost on net by Rosemount, and you could feel a goal coming from Rosemount. Here's Girding, icing that puck would be a good play at this point. Doesn't get it out. Now a long kind of shot on net and gobbled up by Brandt and gets a whistle. A sorely needed whistle there. So apologies for the technical issues. That'll teach me for trying to improve the quality of the broadcast. Score remains 2-1 with 8:55 to go in the second period. Rosemount with a goal just, I think it was 23 seconds into the second period. That's all the scoring so far in this stanza. And Spalding battling out at the blue line. Rosemount will come up with it. Pass in front, comes right on Brandt. Loose puck sitting at the top of the crease. Eventually found by Spalding. Spalding up for Azanoff. That's tipped off of his stick and kept in by Rosemount. Now it's Lund. Lund will ring it around. We'll see if Perry can get on it. No, he can't catch up to it in time. He did break up that chance. And Rosemount have definitely picked up their play in this second period. Lindell to Azanoff. Azanoff tips it to the middle for Perry to leave for Spalding. Spalding rolling puck to Perry down the left side. Perry cuts in front. Can't get a shot off. Then the loose puck was just a little bit off of Spalding's reach. Slap shot by Brandt. That is towed away by the goaltender's pad. And Rosemount will pick up the loose puck, get it to the middle, and dump it all the way down. Penalty coming or icing. One of the two. It's icing. Could have been a call there on, I think it was Perry that threw a check at center ice. I think you could argue that it may have been a little late, but they just were paying attention to the puck. So about halfway through this game now, 2-1 Chaska Chanhassen leads. 2 first period goals by the Stormhawks, and then a second period goal by Rosemount has us where we're at right now. Kept in by Johnson briefly, but off a stick, and Bigglebach to chase in his own zone. Off the wall, but not out. Kept in by Rosemount. They tipped it to the center. Kurt gets a stick on it. Now he looked to pass around the net, and now it's broken up. It's Palmquist down the right side. Palmquist. The one defender's fall down, and then the other one, nice stick to break up Palmquist's rush. He regathers, almost fed it in front to Hrotmaka. Palmquist comes in front. His pass is broken up by Rosemount. Bigglebach pinching at the line. And now he intercepts a loose puck there in neutral ice. Hrotmaka overskates for a moment. And now it's back down to the Stormhawk blue line. Tipped in deep. Kurt with it. Kurt will leave it. Almost a dangerous turnover there. Pass across for Bigglebach. Bigglebach, they have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Hrotmaka protecting. Bothered from behind. Nice defensive play. Oh, they're going to call a penalty there. Wow, what's the call? They're going to call holding. So maybe he got his offhand, the stick off his stick. Maybe he got a piece of him. I didn't see that. I thought that was a pretty good defensive play, but. So first power play of the game coming for anybody, but comes for the Stormhawks. It'll be Olson, Hokkanen, and Girding. Olson with one of the goals today. He kind of won that face-off. Kicked down by Waisanen, but out of the zone. They fight for just outside of the Irish zone. It's tipped in. No control for the Stormhawks, and Rosemount will skate up short-handed off the wall and down. Johnson protects, uses his body nicely there. It's a nice breakout pass. Olson back to Hokkanen. Hokkanen leaves for Olson. Olson down deep. Cuts to the middle. His shot just went high and wide. Johnson racing to keep it in. He does. And almost out by Rosemount. Johnson with it now. Johnson, long shot. Goes high over the net. Hokkanen waved at it. If he got a stick on that puck, it would have been high sticking. Now Hokkanen across to, I think that was Olson. Then his pass to Johnson was nowhere near. It comes all the way down. Rosemount goes for a change. Hokkanen with the puck. Cross the red line. Try to give it to Olson. That's intercepted. Hokkanen, or somebody got it in to the Irish zone. Now it's flipped out. It will be Johnson on the puck first. Johnson across to Olson. Olson tried to beat number 25. 25 is shown to be a pretty decent defenseman. There's a pass up to the point, and I think Waisanen had gone for a change. Now it's Johnson. Johnson dumps it in, but Olson was still coming out of the zone, and we'll have an offsides face-off at center ice. 32 seconds left to go on the power play. Perry blows a tire just outside his own zone, and they'll fight for the puck there at the blue line. Spalding tried to give it across to Azanoff. That couldn't get it through a pair of Irish penalty killers. A penalty coming on Perry for roughing. Nope, cross-checking. So we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 13 seconds, so then it'll be a minute 47 of power play time for the for the Irish. Face-off 1 back to Rosemount. 4-on-4 shot that's off a stick. Spalding tried to get through a couple of Irish defensemen. And out of the box comes the Rosemount player. They're going to be on the power play now. Cuts to the middle. Shot off the tip of the glove of Brandt. Now it's thrown off the side of the net. Brandt will jump on it, and as he does, the net slides off its post once again. It will be penalty killers are Kurt and Hrotmaka, the forwards, with Tyler and I think that's Bigelbach. Rosemount with control, turns it over to Kurt. He'll throw it off the wall and down. He had ice to take there. He also had Hrotmaka. Instead, he ices the puck. Come on, dude. He was at the Gopher game last night and lamenting the fact that they were allowed to do that on the penalty kill, so maybe that was in his head there as he ices it. Had a chance to at least try to gain the red line there. Rosemount, long shot to the slot, goes all the way through. Now in the corner, it's Tyler on it. Tyler up to Hrotmaka. Nice job of Hrotmaka to angle off his attacker. He'll feed it off the wall and down. Should not be icing, it isn't. Hrotmaka will be the lone forechecker on the kill. Slow breakout coming for the Irish. They'll eventually gain the red line and gain the Stormhawk zone. Bouncing puck on to Brandt. Bounces to Tyler. Gets it down. They say no icing, so Hrotmaka, he'll negate that anyway. Hrotmaka throwing a check, eventually come up with it, and he'll just throw it in deep, allowing Kurt to go on the forecheck. 38 seconds to go on the penalty to Dawson Perry. Score remains 2-1 with about 3 minutes to play in the second period. Nice interception there by Hrotmaka, gets it out to center ice, and then it's thrown in and offsides. That should come at least to center ice. It does. 25 seconds to go on the cross-checking minor to Dawson Perry. Rosemount has definitely turned the tables in shots. They've got 8 in this period to Chaska Chanhasen's 3. They've almost evened up the game in that department. And here they come again. Last chance on the power play for the Irish. There's a shot that got through a lot of sticks and skates. Goes to the near corner. Hard check thrown against Olson. And Perry jumps out of the box. Long shot going wide. Perry comes out, and he'll be replaced eventually by Hokanen. Battle down low. A little miscommunication there about who's going to who. Eventually, Waisanen will chase the puck. Everybody fronting the puck right now. Keeping it to the outside. They're keeping it outside. They're just... And now here's a long shot tipped away by Johnson. Dangerous chance there. That could have been a wraparound opportunity there as Brandt was leaning pretty heavy on his right side. Here's Waisanen now. Waisanen tries to tip it ahead. He's bothered. Olson gives it to... No, now it's Olson. Hokanen to Olson. Then tried to give it to Palmquist, and then they skate in offsides. 1:50 to go in the second period. 2-1. Stormhawks lead the Irish. Face-off 1, back to Lindell. He tried to dump it in deep right on the stick of an Irish, and he dumps it down to the Stormhawk zone. Here's Lund in his own zone with a rolling puck and a couple Irish. That puck definitely came out. A little bit of a late whistle, and we have an offsides. Good battle there by Spalding just inside his zone to eventually come up with a puck and get it out. pass fanned on by Lund, allowing the forecheck to go on. That could have been a penalty on Perry. No call coming. Azanoff tries to touch it ahead. A little too far for everybody. Long bouncing shot. Kind of looping shot. Bounces onto Brandt, and he'll get a face-off. 1:16 to go in the second period. And there's been a great push here in this period by Rosemount. And we got a little talking to in the short intermission. Face-off one cleanly shot. Brandt did not see that coming. Here comes a wraparound chance. No, not a wraparound. I think he may have had a good chance to score on a wraparound. Turnaround shot stopped. Lindell chases. Now Azanoff bodied into the wall. Rosemount into the zone. Rosemount into the zone. Shot, pass in front, broken up by Spalding. Nice play by Spalding. Lund off the wall and eventually out. Perry chases. Rosemount wins that battle and dumps it in. Under 40 to play in this second period. Lund's pass by Perry off his stick and stops there for Rosemount to dump back in and go on the forecheck in the late going in this second period. Rosemount long shot tipped by Lund, almost on net. I think it got tipped wide. Here's Lund with it, with 15 to play. Gives it to Azanoff. Azanoff flips it ahead for Perry. Last chance in this period for the Stormhawks. Perry's shot goes high over the crossbar. It's Kurt with it now, tips it in with under 5 to play. Try to throw it in front and intercepted, and that's the end of the second period. Stormhawks lead 2-1 after 2. And it's setting up an interesting third period. We'll have stats shortly. This is, of course, the first of 2 games for the Stormhawks. They'll play at 6:15 tonight against Osseo Maple Grove White. And then tomorrow at noon against a team from Brookings, the Brookings Rangers. Shots in that period, 9-3 in favor of Rosemount. So it's 13-17. 13-17, or 17-13, Chaska Chanhassen leads in shots. Scoring chances, 3-1 that period for Rosemount. And that remains tied, that's tied now, 5-5 for the game. Face-offs were basically even for that period, so I think we're basically even for the game. Hits were even at 4 apiece. We had a couple penalties, a couple power plays, and the Stormhawks had 2 odd man rushes. I think Rosemount may have had 1. And a happy Veterans Day to all of our current and former servicemen and women, including our highly paid statistician. Our statistician has 1 free meal for being a veteran in the books and 2 more to come.
And a free pizza at First of All.
And maybe a free whiskey at Tequila Butcher. So, third period about to get underway, 15 minutes on the clock. The game is certainly evened out after really a story of 2 periods to this point. First period was mostly Chaska Chanhassen. I'd say the second period was mostly Rosemount. And right now it's a Rosemount start to the third. Down the left side, shot saved by Brandt, and he'll stop it there. Nice job of Tyler to not allow a real high quality shot to get on. So 7 seconds in, we'll have our second face-off. This one won by Rosemount, but tipped out by Palmquist. Here is Hrotmaka with it, with Palmquist and Kurt. Hrotmaka drops for Palmquist. Hard shot. I think that might have been saved off the blocker. Now Kurt with it. Kurt to Hrotmaka off of his stick. A pinch coming from Bigglebach. Now he's going to have to race to break up a 2-on-1, but the puck slides all the way to Tyler. Tyler off the wall, not far. It's intercepted and then dumped all the way down. They say no icing. It'll be Tyler on it. Tyler now up to Hrotmaka. Hrotmaka touches to Kurt and just tipped by Rosemount. There's a shot save, I think, off the glove of Brandt. He got him leaning a little bit to his right, and the shot went the other direction. Now it slides up to Palmquist. Palmquist try to feed it down low. It'll have to be Tyler to try to get it out of the zone. Kurt and the near wall. Up the wall, but not out. Kept in by Rosemount. Forecheck continues. Rosemount behind, off the side of the net, and then gloved by Brandt. Get a face-up that was needed, as that was they were hemmed in their zone for a good chunk of that last shift. This face-off won by Chaska Chanhassen, and it's thrown out through center all the way down. They say icing is waived. It's going to be stick by the goaltender. Left to Girding, then bouncing puck comes on net. Goaltender sticked it away, went to Hokanen, then he gave it to Girding, and Girding, I think, couldn't believe that he was getting a puck that easily again right in front, and didn't really get a quality shot off. It was Olson, one of our goal scorers here. This faceoff won by Rosemount. Now it's Olson with it. Fed it in front. Bouncing puck. Girding can't get a stick on it. Rosemount will skate abbreviated 3-on-2. Pass broken up by Johnson. Wraparound chance right on net. Good job of Brandt to go post to post. That was a nice wraparound opportunity for Rosemount. Really good chance. Spalding to take the draw for Chaska Chanhassen. He wins it back to Waisanen. Waisanen rings it around for Perry. Now it's Waisanen again in his own zone or at his own blue line. Fights it ahead. Now it's off the glass, gloved down by Rosemount, and into the Stormhawk zone they come. Johnson had it taken away. Now here's Spalding. He swings at it, doesn't get it out. That's been the story of the second and third period to this point. Bouncing pass picked up by Johnson off the dasher. Rolling puck. And eventually it's tipped out by a couple of sticks into the penalty box. So far, I'd have to say Rosemount outworking Chaska Chanhassen to this point. Puck in the skates of Spalding, eventually picked up by Rosemount. They'll go D to D in their zone, almost intercepted by Azanoff, kept in by Perry. Rosemount regroups in their zone to the red line, and into the zone they come. There's a shot, blocked, goes deep. Brandt jumps on it, loses his glove. They should blow the whistle. They do. As soon as a goaltender loses a helmet or a glove, it's an automatic whistle. .12:14 to go in the third period. 2-1. Chaska Chanhassen really clinging to this lead at this point. Nobody pressuring, eventually pressuring. Long shot gloved by Brandt. Neither winger really pressured that defenseman. That's their job. Got to have some communication between the wingers of whose guy is who. And that allowed that clean shot. Like, who's going to go to him? All right, Perry says it's my guy. Same play there. That time he was pressured quicker. He got a shot off, but perhaps not as quality of a shot. This time Spalding wins it back. It comes to the stick of a Rosemount player. Feeds it around. It'll be Azanoff to chase. He'll tip it up, but not out. There's Lindell, bothered in his own zone. Tried to give it up to Perry. Through the neutral zone it comes. Spalding with it. Spalding into the zone. Oh, and that was offsides there. I didn't see it, but I guess Azanoff was in a step early. Cheers from the Stormhawk fans saying we need a shift. What they mean is we need a good shift. They haven't had a good shift in a while. Face-off won by Rosemount, and that's how you start a good shift for the guys in yellow. Rosemount, shot broken up by Hrotmaka. Him looking, thought for sure he was going to get a penalty called on him. Instead, it's thrown out and then back in. And offsides again. 11:29 to go in the second period. Hrotmaka was convinced he was going for a penalty there. To win a faceoff, Kieran, he does. Wins it back to Tyler off the wall and down. And Rosemount with it. Doesn't get much on the pass. It's intercepted by Hrotmaka in the neutral zone. Comes to Palmquist. Palmquist down the left side. Slows up. Tried to give it to Kurt coming in late. Now it's Kurt from a sharp angle. Off the crossbar and in! Kurt picked up a Palmquist shot off the crossbar. Rebound comes to Hrotmaka. And he tucks it in the open net. Much needed goal after a great push. It might have been Kurt's goal. I'm not sure. So 3-1. I think the way that they were talking, we're going to have to learn after the game who scored that goal. It was either Kurt beat the goalie and it was under the crossbar, or it hit the crossbar and it came right to Hrotmaka. Either way, it's 3-1. The way that the officials were talking to the players, it looked like they were giving him the goal to number 7, but it might have been Hrotmaka, and they were just asking who the assist was. I think it hit the crossbar and down. It's possible it hit the inside of the net. If Kurt did get it beyond the crossbar, that's his looking to have a goal in 4 straight games. So regardless, that goal should read, let's just say Hrotmaka got it. That goal would read Hrotmaka from Kurt and Palmquist. There's a loose puck. It's Palmquist with it. Fast in front to Olson. His shot turned away by the goaltender. Amazing what a goal can do to turn momentum. Here's Tyler in the neutral zone. Now Rosemount chases. Broken up by Johnson, but here comes Rosemount in off the post and out all the way to the blue line. Rosemount on the attack. Far corner pass up to the half wall. Now up to the point. Poking and chases. Now intercepted by Tyler, and we're going to have a penalty behind the play. I think it's going to be Olson going. Getting an explanation from the official why he's going. And I think they're going to talk about whether it should have been maybe extra. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a signal for what the call was. It happened behind the play. See, I still haven't seen a signal. I have no idea what he went for. No, we're going to get an extra. So I think he might get 2 and 10. If I had to guess, it was a checking from behind or a boarding. And when you get a boarding call or a checking from behind, the officials have a they have what am I trying to say? They're able to call 3 different levels of penalties. The minimum is 2 and 10. So really, Olson's done for the game. Power play. Ooh, kicked away by Brandt. Comes up to the point and thrown in the corner. So the minimum is 2 and 10, and then it could go 5 and 10 or 5 in a game. This is basically 2 in a game because Olson's done for 10 minutes. There's a shot block, comes behind the net. Now up to the point. Fronted by Perry. He blocks it there. And, he couldn't get it out. Knocked down by Rosemount and then throw all the way down. And we should have icing. And that's okay. That's a good icing there. You're able to change. And do they? Ooh, I'm surprised they're not changing the penalty killers there. They're out there for the first half, first 30 seconds. I'm surprised I didn't change there. Spalding and Perry, the forward penalty killers. This is one back to Lindell. Lindell tried to go off the glass there instead of off the wall. Instead, it's turned away by Rosemount. Now Lindell with it again. Tries to get it up the wall. He's battling 2 Irish. Nice killing there by Lindell. At least kill some time. Who's going to go for it? Up to the point. Out to the hash marks. To the other point. Long shot, misses the net. I think maybe looking for a tip there, or maybe it was tipped and it goes wide. Behind the net. And player in the crease, and the faceoff will come all the way down. Or maybe out of the zone. I can't remember if it's out of the zone. Oh, wait, maybe the net was off. I don't know. If the net was off, then the faceoff would remain there. So I would say it must have been player in the crease, so it comes out. 49 seconds left to go on the penalty. It's Hrotmaka, if I hadn't said that. I'm sorry, Hokanen serving. Here comes Kurt, shorthanded. Kurt in. Oh, just missed the net. Penalty coming on Rosemount as Kurt was bothered from behind. And we'll see if it's they call slashing. So that does it for the power play for Rosemount. They say he wasn't in free and clear. I think that should be a penalty shot. So we'll have 30 seconds of 4-on-4 play. I don't know how they don't call that a penalty shot. He was in free and clear. 4-on-4 for 37 and a minute 23 of power play time for Chaska Chanhassen. Kurt chases down the puck after the faceoff. Comes to the far corner. Intercepted at the blue line by Hrotmaka. Hrotmaka in. His shot blocked. And Kurt with it almost had a chance to turn around shot. Kurt to Tyler. That's broken up. Tyler jumping in from his defensive position. Nice job of Hrotmaka to take his place. Now a nice play by Bigglebach breaks that up to Hrotmaka. Hrotmaka over to Bigglebach. Bigglebach, it's around one. Goes in with Tyler. No, with Kurt. Bigglebach, his shot goes high and wide. Now it's thrown off the wall. Intercepted by Palmquist just after the penalty. His shot is blocked, goes behind. Comes to Palmquist. Nice play by Rosemount to get around Palmquist. Bigglebach keeps it in. So we got about a minute of power play time now for Chaska Chanhassen. Rosemount with it. Intercepted at the blue line by Tyler. Gives it to Hrotmaka. He protects the puck nicely. Feeds it up the wall. It'll be Bigglebach to hoist it down for Palmquist. He tried to get it in front. That's taken away. Palmquist regathers. Now taken down. No call coming. Maybe a little bit of a dive there from Palmquist. Trying to draw another penalty. And Rosemount will get out of their zone and get it down the ice. 35 seconds left to go on the slashing minor. There's a pass that hops the stick of Palmquist. Now it's Hrotmaka. They're going to skate in on the power play. Hrotmaka cuts to the middle, taken off of his stick. He finds it again. His shot right on. Save. Now Tyler. Tyler cuts to the right circle, and just a little nudge got him off the puck for a brief moment. And you got 5 seconds to go. That's pretty much will do it for the power play. A dangerous pass doesn't come out. Now it does. Waisanen found it in his skates. Got it out. Rosemount on the attack with 6 minutes or so to play. Chaska Chanhassen leading 3-1. That last goal was a big one as to get that 2-goal lead later in the third period. Here's Spalding. Spalding, long pass knocked down by Rosemount nicely. And dumped in. Johnson behind the net. Lost control for a second. His pass is knocked down by Rosemount. Comes to Waisanen. Waisanen off the wall. Perry's got a chase, but he loses that race. Rosemount on the attack. Waisanen breaks up that attempt, and now it's gloved down and kept in by Rosemount once again. Waisanen whacks away at it. He's dumped. That's just a good hockey play. And Waisanen eventually gets it out. Almost could have been too many men on the ice there, as if they touch the puck, they might get the call. There's an interception at center ice. Long shot blocked. It was Hokanen, I believe. Here comes Rosemount on the attack, across the red line. Tried to get around Lindell. It was in his skates, and it's whacked in deep. Now all the way around. Kurt has his stick lifted, gets help from Lund. Push to the far corner. Perry chases, comes up to the point. Long shot gloved by Brandt, and he gets a whistle as an Irish player was streaking to the front of the net, hoping for a hoping for a loose puck. Conduct. So Waisanen comes up from defense, who will play center. Here's Lund. Battles with an Irish. Or with an Irish? With an Irish person? No, it's not right. Here's a chance for the Irish. Ooh, that shot went off the top of the crossbar. I think Brandt may have got a piece of it with his shoulder, then went off the crossbar. Comes to Rosemount, cuts to the middle, broken up by Hrotmaka. Pass up to the point, bothered by Hrotmaka. All they can do is dump it in deep. Long forechecking of this in this past few minutes, thrown off the side of the net, and Brandt's skate, through no fault of his own, or certainly not intentionally, he kicks it off as he went down to make that save. Arena managers of Minnesota, I would encourage you to invest in new pegs for your nets, because holy cow, we see the net come off on very routine plays. This face-off controlled by Rosemount. Up the wall, Hrotmaka tried to tip it around and go on the attack. A shot almost by Rosemount is stopped by Tyler. Here comes Kurt now, down the right side. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net. Comes back to him now. He's pushing to the wall. He didn't really know what play to make, and so he held the puck and waited for some help, and instead it was Rosemount that got help first. Rosemount down the left side, falling down as he went on the attack. Biggelbach rings it around for Palmquist. Palmquist will push it down deep again with 3:10 to play in the third period. CCHA leading 3-1. Rosemount, sharp angle, now up to the point. Long shot, just rolled right into the glove of Brandt. And 2:59 to go in the third period. Rosemount will really start pushing here. We'll have to keep an eye on the goaltender, see when they decide to pull him. The analytics say you should pull him earlier. That the old school is to pull him with a minute to go. Analytics say pull him now, but the Rosemount coaches are apparently not analytics guys. Here's Azanoff with it. Azanoff up the wall to Perry. That hit something that just stopped right by the official. I don't think it hit the official. Pass in front. Nice job of Biggelbach to lift the stick. Now allowing that shot to get on. Nice hustle there by number 25. He stood out to me as far as defensively. Stonehawks hemmed in once again. Ooh, hard hit thrown there in the corner on Biggelbach. And Tyler's good pressure helps get it out of the zone. But Rosemount right back on the attack. And ooh, I don't know if that was offsides. .220 to go now in the third period. CCHA holding on to that 3-1 lead. The other CCHA B1 team currently playing just on the other side of the lobby here in Richfield at Rink 1. We'll be playing at that rink at noon tomorrow against Brookings in our final pool play game. Here comes Rosemount on the attack with about 2 minutes to play. Long shot, saved by Brandt. Loose puck picked up by Lindell. Gets around one. Now we have an empty net. Extra attacker coming for Rosemount. And not able to clear. Long shot comes right on. Stopped by Brandt. Rosemount with it. Bothered by Waisanen in the corner. Pass behind. Out the left circle. Shot. Stopped. Up to the point. Pressured by Girding. Now thrown to the high slot. Thrown all the way down. Waisanen looking to score. He does! Waisanen's first of the year. It's an empty netter and the nail in the coffin in this game. It's 4-1. Waisanen intercepts a pass in his own zone and said, you know what the heck, I'm going to fire it all the way down. And he does. Either way, I think it was a good play. Obviously, it was a good play for him scoring. There's a shot high into the glove of Brandt. If he missed the net, it would have been an icing, and I think that line needed a change anyway. 1:24 to go. There's a shot, just missed the near post. Now off the glass. Rosemount not going to pull their goalie here with a 3-goal deficit. Sharp angle shot saved by Brandt. Brandt's been solid in this one, making all the saves he should, and that one that he didn't was certainly not his fault. Kurt ties him up, goes down awkwardly right onto the puck. Now it's flipped out to neutral ice and down by Tyler. Nice job of Tyler not to put too much oomph on that. There's a pass off the side of the net, dangerously. And it comes out to Kurt. He falls down, able to get enough on it to slow up any attempt by Rosemount. Under 45 to play. Here's Palmquist, cuts to the middle. Palmquist with it. Bothered by Irish player. I don't know if he's of Irish descent, but still. Here's Kurt. Kurt, backhand shot, missed the net. Rosemount, last-ditch effort to get on the board again. On the left side, shot cut off nicely by Brandt. It's Tyler Tex. Nice poke check there by the goaltender. And 2 seconds to go. Into the zone they come, and that does it. 4-1 the final. Chaska Chanhassen wins. Goals by Olson, Hrotmaka. That's not right. No. Harry got that one? I can't remember who got the third goal. You remember better than I do. Regardless, it's 4-1. Waisanen with the empty netter was the nail in the coffin as the fans file out of the JV rink at Richfield Ice Center. We'll be back online at 6:15 tonight for the second pool play game between Chaska Chanhassen Gold and Osseo Maple Grove White. That one, it promises to be a tough one for the Stormhawks. So that does it from Richfield Ice Arena. This game, of course, brought to you by Edge Tech Hockey. Your final, Chaska Chanhassen 4, Rosemount 1. Thanks for watching.